too nice. I don't want to be rude to people, even though they're being indirectly. They're being
like
so fucking rude to me by just like taking up my time. I feel like I'm too agreeable.
They're not. They're not doing it. They don't understand that they're being rude.
Yes, it's like the social fucking cues are not there. Where it's like I'm actively moving away from you, and you're following me, talking about the goddamn railroad.
I feel like this is just how women feel 24/7, guys. Just don't take a moment to just have an empathetic side here for a second.
Yeah,
it's not about them. Just be happy that it was only one day of your life, Soup.
I suppose, but I feel like as a woman, it's easier because if a guy's coming on to you like that, you can just be like, "You're fucking gross. Get the fuck away from me."
Yeah.
Like if you really wanted them away from you as a woman, and you're in a bar setting, I feel like you can kind of like manage that, especially if you're with friends. I don't know. It's a weird situation.
You just gotta be a little extra mean, and then the guy feels really rejected.
I feel like as a guy to another guy, I can't just be like, oh, I'm not interested. Get away from me.
Talk to the hand.
You should have pretended to be gay and be like, "You're not my type. You're not my type." All right.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. For a minute there, I was like, I think this dude might be trying to fuck me. Like, the amount he was talking to me.
I'll show you a railroad if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like if I was to do the whole gay act, he'd be turned on
about you.
When he would get away from us, he would leech onto another person. No, I would see him talking to other random like dudes.
Yes. And I get it. You're at a bar.
This guy has to have some serious trauma.
He was definitely there alone. He definitely showed up alone.
Trauma at home. He probably has a wife that beats him, dude. Like we got to think about his side.
Good.
I don't think he has a wife.
Yeah. Women aren't talking to this man.
I mean, if you have a wife and you're at a bar talking to fucking 20-year-olds
dudes,
like 20-year-old dudes,
railroads.
Like,
he's trying to make friends with someone that can beat up.
He deserves to be beaten at that point.
God
what
damn.
day of the week was
Lord.
this? Was this even like a weekend, or were you like drinking on a Tuesday?
No, it was. Oh wait, it was Thursday. It was Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. So,
yeah.
We'll give him a break. It's Thursday.
Very social. Do you remember at the second bar you went to? Do you remember talking to that guy for like ever about like music shit? Oh my god,
that guy was fucking awesome though. I actually did enjoy talking to that guy.
This is like the yin and
I know, but it was
yin and yang of life.
We were trying to talk to you. Like each one of us would come up and tap you on the shoulder. You'd be like, "Oh, I'm talking," and you wouldn't even like turn around. You'd like, "Oh, I'm talking." Like each one of us.
Me and that guy were having the greatest. It literally felt like
the opposite of the other guy. He had good breath.
Yeah.
He had good breath.
Yes, this guy
was really nice. He was close to my age.
He wasn't a car mechanic.
I got a little turned on.
He broke cars for a living.
I'll tell you what, guys. I went home with that dude.
That guy was fucking sick because that was like a really weird coincidence because that guy that I was talking to at the next bar, he works for a company that I heard about back here in South Carolina. And like I heard about him, and I was like, "What the fuck? That's so weird that you work for that company."
What a coincidence!
It was really weird. It was really weird because like a long time ago, like fucking 4 months ago, I was talking to this guy about music here, and he was like, "Oh yeah, dude, if you want to know like the best shows in the area and like all this blah 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 about music and rock and everything, he's like, you got to check out like this website. Like this website is the shit." I was like, okay. And I just kind of kept it in the back of my mind, like, whatever.
And then you met the guy that owns it?
Well, I met the guy that he's like an editor, he's like some kind of website editor for him.
Okay.
And he was like, he was like talking about music and stuff. And the shit he was saying was like, I knew he was legit because he was like quizzing me about stuff. Like we were quizzing, like kind of quizzing each other on things, and he was like,
"This is a bromance."
I was like, I was like, dude, this is so fucking wild.
This dude was even older too. He was like 60 or something. He was old.
Yeah, he was an old guy. And he was like showing me like these signed comic books he got from people, and like he just knew all this shit. And I was like, bro, this is so sick. I was having such a good conversation with him. But I do regret. I was also at this point, I was also very drunk.
Yeah,
and I regret like. I guess telling you guys to like hold on or wait a minute, but I was
what you were saying. You were saying I'm having a conversation.
Yeah, I know.
You said that every single time.
I was like, dude,
yeah, Brand or Ethan was telling me like he said you do that sometimes. You go I think he said you go beast mode or
beast mode.
No, we were saying the whole trip we kept saying we were going Dicko mode. Like every time we do
Dicko mode,
stupid,
yeah. He was like, he's Dicko mode. He's in a trance. Like you ain't gonna get him to go away. Apparently you've done that before, so yeah.
Yeah, if I'm having a good conversation with someone, then I want to talk to them. But if I'm, there's a big difference between a good conversation and a dookie breath guy who won't shut the fuck up.
About railroads. Yeah. Yeah, we were literally just trying to tell you like we're gonna walk to the other bar.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
Yeah, Ethan eventually like fucking grabbed me by my shoulders like, "We are leaving." Like so
I came up to the guy. I was like, "Hey man, can I stop you for just like 20 seconds?"
Was that, no, that was you. That wasn't Ethan. Yeah, it was you that
I was
came
like, I need to just butt it for 20 seconds. You guys can continue. And then I looked at you and I told you, we're going to walk to the other bar when you're done. And then you got lost. You got lost and you called us.
He was great. No, I wanted to make sure you guys went to that bar we originally intended on going to, because I walked there. Yeah. I walked there because it was so close. But yeah, that guy was sick. And what else? What else did he say? Oh, he actually followed up. Like he gave me like his contact information and everything about like music and shit, and was like,
it's like such a happy ending.
Yeah, he was actually he was fucking legit, and he gave me his email and his phone number and stuff, and like Did
you tell him about the last guy you met? Did you tell him about the bad breath guy?
The last guy I met was like so out of my mind. I had repressed that memory.
Yeah, it's out here now.
It's just so funny to go from like the worst fucking person to be around to like somebody who just
one of the best. Yeah.
It was
such a roller coaster of a night.
And that's fucking California for you right there. And the next bar we went to
that's a great way to put it.
The next bar we went to, I ended up just walking to it, and that was shady. I shouldn't have walked that late at night by myself.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that part of town.
I don't know, bro. I got sketched out. I walked out and like I was walking for maybe 10 seconds, and I heard the place that I had just came from, the door like slam, and I turned around, and there was like this guy looking at me, and then I like turned around and looked at him, and he immediately like looked away and like pulled his phone out. I'm like, dude, am I about to get mugged? The
guy with the bad breath, dude.
Yeah,
I just keep imagining this guy with the bad breath just hunting me down.
Railroads. You just turn around.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
Railroads.
I like that last place that we went.
He's like that chocolate guy from SpongeBob. Chocolate.
Yeah.
That's a fucking runaway from.
I was trying to be your cousin's wingman at the last bar we went to. I was trying hard for him, dude.
Yeah, that last bar was pretty fun. We were vibing like motherfucker.
It sounded like he failed.
Yeah,
you didn't get him any
my
close?
cousin, he has a very hard problem of like going up and talking to women. He just doesn't know what to say. It's weird too because like he used to not be like that, and then I don't know. He got in a really toxic relationship for a while and gained a lot of weight.
Yeah, I got his heart broke. Poor guy.
Yeah, I was trying to help him out. I was like,
a bit of advice for him is just imagine they secretly have penises.
Then he wouldn't want them.
Then I would just get even harder.
Yeah, but then imagine it.
Makes me even
then
more
imagine
nervous.
they don't have the penises.
Yeah, trust me. I've tried to tell him fucking everything under the bridge and under the water, in the water, out of the water. I don't fucking know the goddamn term for it, but yeah, he's just
maybe
he's dumb.
He's gay now. I don't know. Maybe he's gay.
No, I told him I was like, I'll get like a bunch of shots or whatever, and I'll say you got them and take them over there. And he was like, I don't know, man. And I was like, dude, I'll get some shots, and like I won't say anything or whatever, and you just take them, and then you go over there with them and like hand them out and everything. So I was trying to like work some kind of game plan because she was with a bunch of dudes, and I was like, this is a rough one, bro.
What? No.
I was like, this is rough.
That's not a good.
Yikes.
That's a bad environment.
Yeah, when an attractive woman is around a bunch of men she already knows, and you're a stranger trying to get into that, it's like. You're gonna mission fucking impossible, dude.
Yeah, it was a tough. That was the best idea I had. The best idea I had was like, we'll take a bunch of shots, like,
and give it to everyone, so the guys like him.
Yeah, like he can kind of like work his way over there
to talk to the girl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
that was fun though.
Sniff that one up.
I remember.
Be like, nah.
The fucking I almost said tooth tunes. What is it called? Touch tunes.
Touch tunes.
Yeah,
tunes. That's a toothbrush.
I think I spent like $60 that night on just playing music. Because
it was just
you have to pay. You pay extra to like scoot your song up to the front.
Boot scoot.
And I kept paying for that because I didn't. We were literally like a country bar, and people were playing like Bad Bunny and shit. Like There's like one Mexican girl in the back corner just fucking playing Bad Bunny over and over. It's like, no, I'm playing some fucking Alan Jackson. I just wear at a damn country bar. We're gonna listen to some country.
It's my damn country bar. You ain't playing your fucking music in it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, dude, the whole trip was very, very odd for me for that reason because, you know, I'm going to California. The first place that we kind of go out to is a country bar. Then we're going to another bar, and McNasty's just blaring fucking Alan Jackson, doing shots and singing along. So I'm like, I feel like I'm at home. Then I fly to fucking Vegas. Yeah. And then I fly to fucking Vegas, and the fucking biggest rodeo show is in town.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone there is dressed up like a cowboy, and they're all playing country music.
Did you know that was going to be like that or no?
Follows you around, bro.
No, I had no idea. Apparently, it's called NFR.
You can leave the country, but the country won't leave you.
Country is countrywide, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's sick then. That's dope. That is fresh and funky.
It was definitely an experience, a countrywide experience.
I did go to Texas once, and I've been to Nashville as well, and yeah, they're very country. I kind of like it. I like the country atmosphere. And
isn't Nashville kind of like
more, it's kind of like a very music-y city kind of place as well.
It's definitely.
So the Nashville's cool. I went to Dallas, but I didn't like Dallas because everywhere you had to drive so far to go anywhere, and it was like frustrating to me. And it was very like kind of barren, kind of colorless and barren. But once you got in somewhere, it was really nice. You know,
there's like I've heard it's like random patches of like good stuff, like very dense city.
Yeah. So I didn't like it.
Didn't ask.
I like things compact and colorful.
Yeah,
like Crayolas.
Yeah, I like my Crayola.
Man, your gay butthole.
I like my Play-Doh. I like my slime. I like my
my slime.
I'm just a totter in adult form.
You're a tater-totter.
A tater-totter, that's right, tater. I'm surprised you haven't done an Irish accent this whole fucking podcast, McNasty.
Pip-a-doodly-doo.
Yeah.